Well, South Africans have had to adapt to living with various stages of load shedding in recent weeks. Eskom announcing that the country will experience stage 4 from this morning until midnight. And there's no end in sight in terms of the country's energy woes, which requires us all to find different ways of powering the nation. Now, the Council for Scientific and Industrial Research is embarking on projects set to empower SMMEs with the necessary tools to explore opportunities in the renewable sector. In fact, let's bring in the CSIR's Aradhna Pandarum, who joins us via our video link this morning. Aradhna, it's great to talk to you on such an incredibly important issue. And perhaps my first question to you would be, yes, we're going to try and find alternatives to Eskom insofar as powering our small businesses especially, but how do we get around all of the red tape that still exists?
That is actually the crux of why research exists. We are trying to look into the policies and the recommendations and regulations as well, to try and find opportunities for our policy reform in terms of enabling these businesses to actually participate and take these opportunities that exist in the new technology realm. The major part of the CSIR's research is policy reform and policy recommendations. So we are aiming to try and find those, if you could call it little nooks and crannies that we could potentially find in terms of opportunities and enable and empower the businesses with this information for them to be able to actually grow in the country.
So if I am part of the sector of SMMEs in our country, how do I become part of the initiative that the CSIR is launching insofar as the education around renewables is concerned?
Okay, so let me just give you some background in terms of the initiative. There has been a 2-year collaboration that was run by SAICA-ED with CSIR, and this is currently running within this year. However, the participants for this year's program has been selected by SAICA-ED already. But in terms of the CSIR's program, we have put forward with our main funding partner, the EWCTA, and we have put forward a 5-year proposal in terms of capacity building and technical incubation services that the CSIR will then offer. And we have other partners such as the Black Management Forum of Gauteng and SAICA-ED who are willing to participate as collaborative partners within this energy industry support program that I'm referring to. This program is soon to be launched within this year, hopefully, and once it has been launched, we will also be publishing, in collaboration with these partners, a renewable energy SMME guide, which will actually be open source and free to all and available to all SMMEs in terms of and provide them with awareness and information in terms of the renewable energy landscape and possible opportunities that they could leverage off. That's one way in which they could access the information. The second way is part of the program, so there would be 2 application processes, one for the capacity building training sessions that would occur within the years, and the next would be for the technical incubation services. So the capacity building sessions are basically training courses that would create awareness and provide access to technical knowledge in terms of this new landscape and just give them a basic overview of what opportunities exist from these technologies as well as from the policies that we already have in South Africa and the policy reforms that we are recommending as the Research Institute. And secondly, the technical incubation services would then be us as the CSIR providing technical expertise to specific SMMEs and actually mentor them for about 12 to 18 months and in terms of their enterprises to take it from one stage to the other. So that is part of the program at the moment, and I do promise that it will be launched during this year.
I know that this is also part of the CSIR using its research capacity to try and address some of the big challenges that we face in the country. So the energy crisis is one thing, but of course we know that we're also a water scarce country. How have you brought in the youth to try and come up with these new and innovative ways of dealing with these dual crises?
So the CSIR does have many youth employed, and I think you have seen it as part of the youth media briefing. There's a lot of I think younger technical experts in the CSIR, and we also have programs to mentor and provide training to graduates from the universities as well. So that mentorship and graduate training program is an ongoing process in the CSIR, and most of these graduates are actually then employed by the CSIR to continue doing research within those fields that they have been graduated in. In terms of the water scarcity issue that you've mentioned, we are also doing research into what is called the water energy food nexus. I think this is a great opportunity to kind of look at innovative ideas and solutions to bring in the water, the energy, and the food issues that we are all facing as South Africa, to be able to cater for those issues and challenges that we are facing. We've also been looking into a circular economy, and this is in the various sectors, not only the energy sector, and this brings in the use of all of the resources within a specific project or a specific technology, and tries to make a full use of these projects and technologies, and to ensure a circular economy rather than just making waste at the end of the projects. So hopefully the research into those aspects are going to help with the water and food scarcity issues in South Africa as well. Incredibly
important work being done by the CSIR, and I'm sure our viewers will agree. We can't wait to see some of that research coming to fruition. Aradhna, Pandarum, let me thank you for your time this morning with the CSIR, which is now trying to find ways of empowering SMMEs insofar as renewables is concerned. Incredibly important research being done there.